Hello and welcome back to the Vampyr playthrough. Again. Where did we leave off last? We were looking for Richard Nethercott and Clayton Darby. So let's go find them. Or hit a loading screen right away. You must rest in a bed to spend XP and evolve. Look for hideouts. Well, yeah. This game really is a lot of fun, though. The loading screens could be shorter, I guess. But for how smooth the gameplay normally is, I'm fine with a little bit of a longer loading screen. Alright. So we gotta go here. Same level we're on, apparently.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Colossus Joe. That's one hell of a name. What do you do?
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
The last person that told me to sod off died in a very horrific way.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town.
In the game.
Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
You're a very brutal person. I have no hints for you.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Goodbye.
Okay. At least we know your name.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
You're like the exact opposite of the other guy.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Starting to get the
Violence is
idea that some of these are
increasing,
just useless
Yeah.
conversations.
A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
So you were mugged, and now you want some money from the box. Alright. I'll find that box for you.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Screaming, oh, the vampire skulls. How was business?
How is business?
Business? I had no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Okay.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy?
Nurse Crane. So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
I mean, yeah, pretty good nurse.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Because she's giving it all away for free.
Right then.
And you have some very useful items. Wow. I know there's a person up here we can talk to.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Sure, let me in.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
Jeez, it ain't that bad, man.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
What could be worse, your life in London? I know it just goes to the next bracket, but that's funny.
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough, like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Idiot who makes idiot things. I mean, you're just fatigued. I can
Do
help.
you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do. I feel so tired.
You'll feel better with this. But you need to get a grip, young man. Medication alone won't cure melancholia.
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living long in a world like...
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
I mean... Yeah. Yeah, I would say, you know, your situation can only improve. Yeah.
This place is awful, I agree. But does that not mean your situation can only improve?
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
Why would he consult you?
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Afraid of the living? Why is he afraid of the living?
Do you know
Seems
Nurse
undead
Dorothy
or what?
Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Well, you have to define sick then.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Even my rooms are soaked with glue.
See if there's anything.
It's locked, all right.
Ah, professional vampire hunters. West Enders must unite. Jeez. Job refusal letter. Dear Mr. Peterson, it is my duty to inform you of our refusal to accept your application for the job at the dockyard. I thought he was already working at the dockyard. No, wrong door.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
Okay, we know who those two are. Let's go talk to the actual character.
The disease upon us is not an accident of nature, but
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Oh, he's got a lot of options, doesn't he? Oh no, okay. Just a few.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
Oh, great. Already to one of these. I'm gonna put... It's only logical, because he's... But now he's a reporter, isn't he? I feel like they wouldn't go with that. They want to go with the biggest story, so I'm gonna put it's criminal.
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge. It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes, this is another kind of war, but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
Okay, I think I did that right.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
My rationalism has been recently shaken. It's not a simple epidemic. This is a rational explanation. Well, these two go against each other, and this one...
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Now we're gonna ask him what he's doing out past sunset.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Yeah, Yeah, I think we've all been there.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
Got another hint for you, huh? Or not, I guess? Huh.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I care about public health.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby.
Wow.
What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
I guess Nurse Crane isn't very good at hiding her tactics then, if more than one person is already caught on to
He
it.
has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Okay, so that's a hint as to what happened to the letter.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Sounds like I'm gonna have to check some trash cans. I don't want to talk to you yet. I've talked to enough people so far. I know there are certain ones that I actually can't even... Wait a minute. Am I supposed to go back there yet? Oh, I am supposed to go back there. Okay. I know there's a trash can somewhere that I gotta loot though. Oh, there's more of them. Oh no, how many are there? Just two? That ain't bad. Like warped onto me. Let's test out the new weapon we got. The hatchet. See how effective this thing is. I was expecting a larger chunk. Oh, he hit me with that. Alright, well. I need blood now. It's not gonna kill me. I need to upgrade my bite. If I'm gonna use that so often, I feel like I should have way more attack power into that. Is the door open? No. Nothing over here either, huh? That was a big old useless area.
Come to this world or...
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please, be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Being a poet is an art.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
Are you not afraid of the epidemic?
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
In the eyes of the flu? I thought that was about to be a completely different thing.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
You're a lunatic, man. Peaceful silence. Really?
Peaceful? That's quite an unusual way to speak about the epidemic. And very inappropriate, I must say.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Kind of feel like you have.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear doctor.
Sure. Yeah, I'll help you.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something.
I'll prescribe and take these freaking
I
pills.
understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate you.
There was one
Are you
more
aware?
option in this, wasn't there? Yeah.
I understand your need for solitude. But it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many
Wow.
friends, Doctor. And my family despises me.
Well, I mean, at least you got the right idea?
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
More examples?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles, and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Dude's kind of cool, I guess. He just keeps talking in rhyme. Not rhyme,
Do you not
but
think it a little
poetry.
morbid?
On the contrary, sir, Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a
Not
locked
much.
mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
What? Dude, if you can't tell anything about her, then what the...
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
She'll be the white flower of Uptown then, dude. I don't
And
know.
have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? how she survives, whom she may know.
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Or creepy if you do it the way Jonathan Reed just said to do it.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I don't know if he gives
I'm looking
me...
for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
Everybody is just of Whitechapel to you, dude. I don't like talking to you
What can
anymore.
you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius
Whitechapel?
Petrescu?
Oh, no.
Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I really wish I could kill this dude.
I'll leave you.
I've gotten all I needed out of him. Alright, we gotta go find the mailbox and the letter. Basically just gonna look for a trash can. I don't know why I thought that was a person. That just creeped me out. I'm going over here. Trash can. Not the right one. Oh, that's the same one as before. Oh yeah, she's the one putting them in there. I don't know if each one gives you a hint for her, or I'm just gonna go to all of them just to be sure. I feel like there should be one more. Nah, probably not. This person doesn't talk anyway. I'm just gonna talk to them to get it out of the way. They don't say anything.
Good evening, miss. I know what you... I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
Nothing.
Tell me about Richard. Melia, I know you work for Dorothy. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever.
That's all of the hints.
Very well.
It's basically just free XP at that point. 5,000 XP once you hit Mesmerize level 5. Hey, I found the letter. My dearest, most beloved children, I am so sorry you have not heard from me for a few months. The situation in London has been difficult. I know it may sound selfish and silly when you, my children, are still living. What was that noise I just heard just now? What? Oh, it's walking. What the? Alright.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to
That was
enter.
so weird. Normally things can't move
Darius is a
around.
bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Yeah.
Pay me a glass
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
I'll
talk
be
to you.
gentle.
You're involved with one of the main characters.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're...
All right, then.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London.
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Oh, like from okay, alright. I get what point of view she's talking about now.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
What is it called? Is it empathetic? Yeah, it's empathetic, not sympathetic. Ha! Gotcha!
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
I'll leave that one
Christina,
alone.
have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed, or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Considering your
If it is going to happen, it will happen.
you can put...
And you...
I'm just gonna get through all these. I'll just more.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I feel like this one actually matters. I don't judge you. You should try to find another job. That was your decision to sell your body. I feel like I don't judge you would just be like... I just feel like it wouldn't get the reaction you would want. So, I'm gonna go with, you should try to find another job. Yeah, I'm gonna just go with that. Because, I mean, I feel like not all of these are bad.
I'm sure you could have found another job, perhaps less lucrative. Maybe you should try again.
And when exactly was the last time you looked for a job? Or worried about the rent, or what, or when you were going to eat?
Oh, luckily I didn't fail any hints or anything right there.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from
Crăciunescu.
Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Goodbye,
That's fair.
Nurse.
That is fair. You're fatigued. Do I have more fatigue? I don't know.
Good evening. Do you need it?
I do not.
Goodbye, miss.
There's that again. We need to go 50 meters this way. Oh yeah, Daria Petrescu.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see, Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Don't worry, I won't. I promise. Neither one of us will regret this decision you have made. At all. Vero Callas. Of my many journeys, I believe I was the most amazed by my exploration of the Mediterranean Isles, and particularly the island of Santorini. Searching in traces of vampire presence in these sunburnt lands. Okay, so they were like... Okay. That was in Greek times. Alright.
It's locked.
Thought I would have to go back to that. Am I able to actually talk to him now?
If you want to talk to Dorothea, you must go across the courtyard and take the stairs.
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu, I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
I wish I could buy prints. That'd be awesome. I mean, granted, I don't really have much shillings anyway, so...
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm
accidentally...
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
You know, one person does usually more often than not make a difference.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Glad you have the same idea.
Tell me...
I do not believe...
Oh, that's right. I already clicked on that. My bad.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area.
She seems important.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Yeah, giving out free stuff, so... I mean, how much better could it get, right? Oh, I have 3 of yours, hands.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Okay. My father left us too.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but... Thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
That's kind of a sad way to think of
Do
your
you
life.
need some help?
I am
Well, I...
Free drugs from the English doctor. Oh wow, yeah, we have all of his hints.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
It is not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
Pretty righteous dude, ain't you?
Goodbye.
I'll eat him on the way out. Is that the right direction? I honestly don't remember what direction I came in. I'm gonna go out this door. Okay, going in the wrong door. I don't know if unlocking these or locking these makes a difference at this point, but I know every time that I've done this, I've unlocked it and there was people to fight here on the way out. So I'm gonna do this again just to be sure.
Control yourself.
Letter to Nurse Crane. 31st of October, my dear Dorothea. When you read this letter, I'll be on the boat that will take Anton and me back to Brasov. England was not for us, I confess. I cannot wait to see again the proud hills of Transylvania. Okay. I'll loot all of her stuff. Alright. Should be good to go upstairs now. Hopefully. Hope I didn't miss anything.
I need help!
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Anything else I should know?
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
Trachectomy.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe.
Tracheostomy?
That
Yeah,
rubber
I'm
tube will
totally
do.
a doctor.
We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
I'm not.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Don't question me. I'm gonna kill this.
Don't question me, nurse. I need a drain. Now.
Yes, Doctor.
What else can we do? Trying to do everything correctly.
He's
Like,
still bleeding,
the goal
Doctor.
is to save this first.
I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you alright, Doctor?
Ooh,
I can't see.
blood is blinding him. Yeah, suture the artery.
I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Cardiac massage. What even is that? I'm doing a piperphine.
A dose of epinephrine. Now.
Epinephrine.
Yes, Doctor.
Ah, it was close. Not even at all.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Yes, I know. You are true to your reputation, Dr. Reed. Dedicated and precise. No one could have done more.
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
Analysis, you say, huh?
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners.
Oh, definitely not. Just...
I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
Come to stop the blackmail is what I'm here for.
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
I don't know if, like, doing any of these options are gonna make me learn something.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Oh. Well, apparently you already have, because you had to refuse your most recent offer.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So the end justifies the means.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
The shame, the hunger, the loneliness, huh?
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
We have spare, I look away, but you resign. Charm, you will forget all about this, or embrace. I'm ending this right now. Well, I'm playing the villain, so you can't go away, and the problem can't go away. So, I've gotta eat you?
Nurse Crane, there is no question that the work you've done here is extraordinary, but this dispensary is incapable of coping with the outbreak. It's only a question of days before the situation at hand will overwhelm us. I cannot allow it. It's my duty to put an end to this immediately.
I'm not ashamed. I did what was right. For in the end, I saved lives and you took them. But we had so much in common, Doctor. Don't you see that?
Yeah, I mean, everyone else said it. And I'm even sure that, you know, he listened to it. I listened to it. But that was so worth it. That scene was awesome. Make sure I didn't miss any of the lootable. Damn, do they shoot everybody? Oh my god.
He's dead!
That was close. Ragdoll. I dodged into that. Ooh, I hit all of them with that one. Missed. Awesome. Cool, worked just like I wanted. Now I want to see what was up here. There's a door up here. I don't know if it was red or if it was white, though. Oh.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked. Medical voucher. English and Romanian. Oh, okay, that was... Alright. So this was the way out of here. Aha, yeah, I'm mesmerized level 2 now.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
Why, thank you, good sir, for letting me into your home.
Yes?
I wonder what would happen if you throw him in a corner. Oh, I should have turned around, shouldn't I? Ragdoll physics?
Who will assist Dorothea helping our comrades now that I die?
Nobody, because she's dead too. Alright, does this key have a location on it? Open a small chest or trunk. Is it in here? Does not appear to be in here. Aha, never mind. 100 shillings and a lead plate. Oh, that was so worth it. And a poem. Oh, is this by that, the dude in the back? In silence she walks like the early queens of forgotten countries where I sometimes travel. Through my long sleepless nights in the silence she walks and her mind speaks for her in the ancient tongue of Pythia. Whatever that word is. Heard only by the fools searching for their fate, and I know her name is as fragile as the flowers she gives, and I know her voice would nail my heart to the ground as she always passes by without answering me. Because she can't. It's not a mystery. And then now we're supposed to go back to Lady Ashbury, right? Or Ashbury. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna take the main route back. I'm gonna try to advance the storyline on a little bit. I've got 11k XP right now, so it's not the right direction. Is this the right direction? It looks like it leads into the right direction. Yeah, alright. More trash cans. Or I guess a trash can. Okay, what do we got to do? The pharmacy, gravediggers, site bombing, necklace lost by Seymour Fishburne. Where is that on the map? All the way down by the docks. Oh, we're heading to the hospital. I'll leave it active.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Ooh, do I sleep or do I... No, I think I should continue first, because I don't have to fight anything just yet. Yeah, I'm gonna continue first.
Get him, boy!
Oh, never mind, I did have to fight something. I forgot. Woo. Hit them both.
Burn it, boys!
I did. Got stuck on something. Definitely does more stun if you hit him in the back.
Trust the leech, boys.
A relatively easy boss fight with him being level 11. He ain't really like doing anything. Oh, right as I say that, he does something. Alright, there goes the big one. What is a trunch? Oh, he shot his own teammate. Oh god. I know those things are gonna infinitely spawn. Am I getting XP for killing these though? No, definitely not. Okay. Oh, you're gonna die really easy. Oh, never mind. What the hell is that?
Finish.
Over here with pocket sand. Got both of them with that. Awesome. No. I feel like one of them should have dropped something. Did you drop something? No. Oh, that was pointless. 96 meters? What direction? Oh, yeah, right. I was heading through it, wasn't I? Pembroke. I believe it's faster just to go all the way around the front. Yeah. Might just cut through though.
It's locked, all right.
Long letter. Oh, jeez. So Birmingham, hello sis. From Lucy, Paul, Mom, Dad. Who's it for? Does it give me a Pippa? Alright. Yeah, I only needed one more hint for you anyway.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
This is unacceptable. You can never leave. Be proud of what you've achieved. Patience needed. Be proud of what
you should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
Cemetery waiting room? Jeez.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
Real fights in the streets nowadays, huh? I need to get one more level, so I can't kill Milton. Because if you kill Milton, who she's involved with, she will run away and you'll have to fight her, and you won't get as much XP.
And what about Milton?
For Milton.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary. My faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
I mean, I'm not gonna...
Goodbye.
I'm not gonna answer that. 3,000. I'm making good progress on everybody though. They're all getting up there relatively high. Alright. Oh yeah, Ashbury out front. Can I get rid of Thelma? No, I don't want to. Not just yet. I mean, then again, what is her level at? It's maxed. What about the other guy? I don't remember which side he was in. Was he right here? Oh, did I already eat that dude? I think I might already ate that dude.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich,
What about with social circle? Yeah, I've already embraced him. So yeah, I can. I've got all of her hints. I can get rid of her. They're still in the healthy anyway. I have to find Oswald. I don't have headaches, so it doesn't matter. Should work out well. Yeah, there's about to be another one. Clean up on aisle 6. Wait a minute. Clean up on aisle 11. Just threw her head in the box. It's like
Why
I'm done
kill
with you.
me, brother? We could have ruled this land together and forever.
Together and forever. Wait a minute, what? I've never heard that one before. Did I do something in like the correct order this time? I had to have. Ooh, what's she doing in there? Oh, she getting her grub on. Ha ha ha! Caught you. I was that mad.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Passion only hides your appetite.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter. His cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
Damn
The
right.
situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed. Permanently. You will not be bothered anymore by the woman.
And who was this woman?
If you must know, she worked under my employ as Nurse Crane. But I'll wager that's not what will be written on her gravestone.
You killed her. Is that what you consider discretion and diplomacy, Dr. Reed?
I did what I thought was best, and acted accordingly.
You will learn that trust is a rare and precious commodity in the Immortals world, my young doctor. And your actions have not induced me to offer you my support.
Aww. Oh yeah. I wonder, like, does this just give me hints about his backstory, or does this give me, like, hints towards other characters? Let's find out.
I've been away from London and England for 3 years. This isn't the city I remember.
Things have gone from bad to worse here, Jonathan. I've lived in this city for a long time, and I've never seen it like this.
Well, what do you fear?
What is it you fear?
Fear has long since flown this form. But there is something malevolent circling us. I feel fear is merely waiting in the wings.
The Spanish flu has hit London that bad.
Yes, but it's not just that. I've heard things. Things I've not heard for a very, very long time. There are whispers in the shadows. Something far worse than the Spanish flu is here in the city.
Well, yeah. You have two vampires sitting in the same room outside of a hospital. There's definitely something else going on in the city.
When I awoke, changed, I was chased and attacked by vampire hunters. Prepared and well-trained.
Though I can't be certain. More than likely, it was the once glorious Guard of Priwen.
Once glorious?
Once glorious, but still dangerous.
They had seen better days, but all fanatics are dangerous. You would be wise to stay clear. They are sworn to destroy our kind.
For what reason?
You make them sound like some sort of cult.
More a society. And like all the best ones, a secret society. I thought them almost gone, but it seemed they have been recruiting.
A lot of people.
Are there many vampires here in London?
Immortals are of a rare breed, and we often tend to hide. But you may occasionally meet some of us at night.
Occasionally?
Do you know any
all
of
the
them?
time?
Have you an idea of the identity of the vampire who attacked me?
You mean your maker? No, Jonathan, I have no clue. But I fear he or she is as careless as cruel. To let you discover your new condition by yourself.
What do you mean?
Every now and then, you may discover an immortal in the deep of the night. But we are a rare and reclusive breed. Our progeny is almost never accidental.
Will they all be friendly?
Will they all be as affable as you, my lady?
I do not see why not. But remember, even the shark smiles before he bites.
That sounds like a lesson from experience.
Vampire politics are as intricate and sometimes tedious as a game of chess in a gentleman's club. I've learned from experience it is best to decline to play.
I wonder how old this character is. I've never made it far enough in the story to, like, know. This is what's going to be awesome about this stream. Is I'm going to go all the way through this game and then we're going to replay it.
Why does Dr. Swansea allow you to feed on the patients of the hospital?
Dr. Swansea is a good and compassionate man. He is trying to find a solution for our hunger. Until that happens, he is clever enough to understand that I only feed upon the dying.
So that man finally died?
What do you know about this Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
The Brotherhood is well known amongst London Vampire Society. As long as our kind is discreet, and as long as they do not interfere, we have come to a mutual understanding.
Okay. Alright, so hopefully no one ever breaks that
And
understanding.
no one suspected you of the murders.
As you well know, suspicion has recently fallen on me of killing for pleasure. But you have my word, Jonathan. I take no pleasure in taking a life.
Oh, look, there it is. Here's the option.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Very well. But I believe there is more to this than you are saying.
A lady has to have some secrets.
Or I'll never know the answer.
And who bestowed upon you this eternal youth?
My maker. He left this isle a long time ago.
Why did you save me in the canning factory?
I could hardly stand by and watch such a promising young blood as yourself be torn to shreds by some gutter scowl.
William Bishop wasn't the vampire that created me then?
No, Jonathan. Whatever their strength and demeanor, Scowls are the progeny of careless vampires. It cannot be the other way round.
I mean, I'm sure there's some way around it, seeing as I got revived by a vampire that doesn't even have a physical form.
What type of vampire is a Scowl?
Not a true vampire. The deformed offspring of lesser vampires. It is a shame these creatures run wild, slaves to their baser instincts.
Oh, wow.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Okay. So they're scared of him.
Excuse my forwardness, but... are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
We already know he's a vampire.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
Well, how are vampires created?
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
Drink of their blood, but in the backstory, like the memory that he got when he picked up like the watch and stuff like that, he didn't drink any blood. Maybe afterwards?
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
A vampire?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Ekon.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires.
Yeah, it's because they have like the hierarchy system.
I bid you farewell. For now, my lady. I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
Alright, we're gonna go upstairs, analyze this blood, and I might go and try and retrieve this lost necklace. Because I'm also gonna sleep right here too. Unless I already killed this person, then I might not be able to. I might have to do it first. You're still alive and you're still alive. Alright. Let's go in a lot of blood. So many deaths and more still coming. Jeez. Oh, I actually have to do it over here, huh? Razvan Blood. Give me another serum, of which I'm not gonna use. Alright, I need to make... I still have 2 for fatigue. Why wouldn't it let me use them earlier? Oh, I can make 2, I think. No, I can make more than 2. Don't need any of that for right now. This, however, I don't know. Be a lot of stun that you can add to that. Yeah, I'm saying I don't really like the hatchet. I'm not really sure why. It's just not very effective for me. Yeah, we can add more stun to this. I don't really need more damage out of it. Do I have enough? No, I need 2 more. Okay. I don't know if there's anything you can do with any of these, so I'm gonna recycle all of these just into parts. I'm not even gonna sell them.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Skulls. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
That would be crazy. Also, look at our character's face. Now that, we've eaten, like, multiple different people. He's just slowly changing. Okay, now that I've got a bunch of these, I should be able to make, yeah, at least one of those. I need to get that recipe. I don't know how. I don't remember. Okay, well I know Milton's not dead, and I think I might get it from him. Maybe. Let's level up though. Okay, what do we want? Definitely Blood Spear. I like the penetrating effect that you get off of it. I don't know if it's worth upgrading it for only that much, though. I'll come back to it if I still have 2,000 left. That one's worth it. Those aren't. I don't really feel like doing those yet. I don't feel like I'm far enough in the game for that. Aha, hard biting. Here we go. Increases the damage inflicted when using bite in combat. I'm gonna upgrade this. Three times. I don't need the heal or anything like that. I'm gonna upgrade my health. Just a lot. Probably as much as I can, honestly. Oh, I can keep going. Level 7? Yeah, I'm level 14, isn't I? Yeah. Just keep going. Probably physical? Yeah. I need way more stamina. What's that, 2,600? Yeah, 2,600. That's fine by me. Blood again. I can put 1,000 into that. Just go down here to Blood Cauldron, because that's the one I like the most. It's only 2,000 to upgrade it one time. I'm fine with that. That leaves me with 2,000 more. See, I'm not a huge fan of the tacticals. Let's see. I can upgrade something else more. It's 1600, 2600. I don't have enough for 3 of those. 15, that's 3000. Maybe might have to go with blood. Yeah, grab one of these. Just get it some part of where it's at. Then hard binding. I think I can get one more out of that, right? Yeah. Next one's 1000 for that. Anything else I can upgrade? We'll go with serums. No, I don't have 600. Can't do that. Alright. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We'll confirm that. Alright, what kind of updates? Fight against the rise of crime. Yet more proof of the violence and danger that lurks in London. A young nurse, Miss Dorothy Crane, was found dead yesterday morning behind the walls of what seemed to be an illegal dispensary where the local sick sometimes went to get medical support for unidentified activists. There was no doubt about the cause of Miss Crane's passing. The poor woman had died from blood loss following what the police described a massive wound to her throat. The macabre scene was but the epitome of the current situation of Whitechapel. Its inhabitants are criminals, bandits, or madmen disguised as citizens of London. Interestingly, no hospital admitted to have employed the victim. The dispensary has immediately been closed by decision of the London City Council Board of Health. As always, the soft and liberal minds already object that this closure of the only local medical facility can only increase the mortality rate and put the locals' health at further risk. One cannot help but dread the time when these people's brutality will seep through the walls of the city itself. It is our pride as role as civilians to protect our families, our brethren, of course, ourselves. That is a crazy detailed newspaper. And yes, of course. What do we got? Yeah, we're already at the critical threshold for this place because I took out the pillar and we've already embraced quite a few and haven't found that dude or that person. That's fine though. I think if I go there and then I do a treatment for sepsis and a treatment for fatigue. The sepsis one is a tier 3, so it's dropping it a lot. And I don't know if it's going to continue to go down without it, but the merchant is still there. And we'll see how it goes. There's a lot of XP I can get from there, though, if need be. How far did that drop? Only to stable. Nice. Swansea is doing a very good job of keeping people healthy here. And I've almost got like a lot of the hints from this area too. Yeah. Apparently I have another hint to find for that guy. What is your social circle? No relationships. Okay, I'm assuming you're all the same. Yeah. You two are there. Probably you two. Yeah. You two, and then you two. Okay, so solo, 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 2, 3, 2. Alright. I'm kind of understanding how it works now. Unless this dude has a social circle. No. Alright, cool. Yeah, we're pretty much good. Set up. This place I don't really care about. Whitechapel anyway. Level 18 now. Went from level 9 to 18. Doubled our level. That's awesome. Alright. Now let's see what we can do. Shouldn't have gotten rid of any of my investigations. Yeah, I didn't. Well, I mean, yeah, no, it definitely didn't. So I've only got the one that I can do for right now. Oh no, I could totally do some other ones now. There was one over here, wasn't there? Yes, this one. Reach the pharmacy. Let's go here. Let's do some of our side quests real quick. Should be by the docks. I've got 2 things to do at the docks anyway, side quest wise. Turn around. Yep, this direction. Huh, Tippets is only level 2 mesmerize? No, I don't want to drop it any lower yet. I'll wait for that. Yeah, going down here would be best. Should be people to fight here. Unless I go up, I think I can just skip them. Oh no, it wasn't a skip, it was just a...
Get in with her! Die, Vermin!
Bunch of people over that direction. We don't have to go that way, luckily, though. Alright, you don't fire. You're kind of like not even a threat at this point. Oh, you can stagger me, though. What? That's cool. I thought it was just gonna do like regular health bar damage or something. Grab all that. Can't leave none of that behind. Alright, it was over here, I believe. Yeah. That one, right? Right? Probably not. This is what the Blood Cauldron does. This is why this is one of my favorite abilities. It's just so useful. Alright, so if I use Blood Coagulation, he actually gets staggered. He doesn't resist it. I'm so glad the shadow hit me and not you. Oh yeah, that bite does way more damage now. Well worth it. Medium or medical opium.
Opium is one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
Okay, there should have been another investigation down here for me to do, though. Oh, that's Barrett Lewis's box. Is that near here? No, that's all the way up in Whitechapel again. Oh. I don't remember which one it was. Was this one? Retrieve the necklace lost by Seymour Fishman. That was exactly what it was. Alright. I'm right near it, ain't I? Yeah. Now, while I'm here, I guess I can go down to South Fork, too. See what the level of things down there are.
This one's mine!
You're next. Where you at? Oh, you're over here? You level 3? Or was that 13? No way that was 13. Level 3, definitely. Alright, so it's in this general area that I have to find it. It's probably not over here. You're fatigued, ain't you?
Inebriation. Yes. Take this. Hey. Goodbye.
Awesome. Don't necessarily care about that one yet. There's that fish bomb person. Makes me wonder exactly kind of where it was at. Let's look at the... Herbal man, not exactly friendly toad. Confessed to me he lost his necklace and wanted to offer to his mother. If I got him calm down, I was trying to find the lost gift. The problem is I don't quite remember where he said it was. Or where he lost it at. Gonna have to look around until I find it, I guess. Yeah, that's the western dock. Okay, this is promising. Shillings. There's a way down over here at least. Let's see if this stuff's down here. No. Wonder where it could be at. I'm about to run out of the distance of it, so. You have a cold. Yeah, Seymour.
Good evening, Mr. Fishman.
Yeah.
Your life in London. What did he lose? Maybe I have to go back through it and find it.
What's your... You seem upset.
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Damn it. He doesn't say where it's at, though, does he?
Goodbye.
Alright, well, I still have to cure him.
Yeah.
Do you require... I don't know.
Alright,
good.
There we go. And you've got anemia. Why is everybody here dying?
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
He's got such a happy tone when he talks to Rufus.
Are you alone? Where is your family?
I don't have any.
So you have no home?
No. I mean, yes.
We're all truly alone in this world. You're lucky you learnt that early.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
Alright, well, there's a hint for
Do you
her.
need a real doctor treats everyone the same.
I don't know what to...
Said I got another hint for
So
him,
long.
too. Alright, back to looking for this thing. There's only so much you can look through, right?
Good evening, madam. It's Dr. Reed.
You best...
The disease takes away the good people too, madam.
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
Good reason.
Does grow eyes in the back of that head, sir. Gentlemen are easy.
We'll loot your house first, lady. Hold on. It's a very nice place. Nothing else to steal from? As I steal something?
Please don't stay too long, sir.
It's locked.
I won't stay too long. I'm just here to ask some questions, get some
So
experience.
you have questions about the flu, then?
Yes.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers come.
I've already talked to him.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter, and no one will bat an eye.
Wow, that's a pretty real statement from you.
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know, but it's most likely linked to the gangs if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
Okay.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
Now I'm confused if he's actually an orphan or not.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get
Seymour,
by all right.
I was thinking of Rufus. I don't know why.
The orphan that regards you as a mother. Please tell me about him, Stella.
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
Still only got one hint for you.
Goodbye, Miss.
Wouldn't do any good to kill her then. Let's just keep looking for this necklace.
It's locked.
I've already been back there. Over there ain't it either. Try the dock. You said he's a dock worker, right? We can go check the turquoise turtle. Doubt you've seen it.
Good evening.
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
I didn't realize that I hadn't been back in here since the first time.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
Okay, so he's made peace with all the gangs here, huh?
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Well, something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
Fair point.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
Alright, we got another investigation.
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles.
Sabrina seems very fond of you, Tom.
I like her too. I really do.
What is bothering you then?
Sabrina is an angry one. She wears it like a coat. I'm not sure I...
Goodbye, Mr.
Times like these, a good drink's
Evening,
just as
miss.
likely to...
I'm much more myself than when we first met.
Yeah, this is my first
By the
time
way,
meeting
I'm
you.
Jonathan. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
Your life in London.
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't...
You look concerned.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most lo...
Before I answer this, what are the current ones? Believes the docks are dangerous and feels unsafe. Sabrina hides her true feelings about her boss, Tom Watts. So she thinks it's unsafe. So no one feels safe? Question mark.
So you and your friends all feel in danger? No exceptions?
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
How so?
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colourful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
So this bar is neutral territory
Yeah,
then?
Tom already told us that.
Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted the job.
Quite the negotiator.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an agreement.
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
So everybody's got the same idea of that dude. You're worth a lot of XP, by the way.
Sabrina, tell me about your...
I love Tom. Not ashamed of it. Don't care if the customers joke about it, neither.
Why would they joke about it?
Does Tom love you?
Yeah, but he's always reluctant to take it further. It's not because I'm younger, or because of the colour of my skin. He hates jokes about us.
Who's mocking you?
I mean, we're always together. People will talk, won't they?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean, you know, they have to.
Excuse my curiosity, but where exactly are you from, Miss Cavendish?
Something bothering you? What, my name? Or my complexion?
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their skin.
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
So is that supposed to be your whole social group?
Goodbye, Miss.
Nope, just Tom Watts. I already talked to that dude, though. See if there's something else here. Shillings.
I cannot enter.
I'm having trouble finding this thing.
I should just run as far away from this place as I
I should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just a lost orphan.
Maybe that means there was supposed to be... I thought there was supposed to be a murder or something right here. take the... Not in the zone anymore.
Arms me to know you can't see me.
Oh yeah, I wanted to see what happened to him after I killed that other dude, didn't I? Or the other person. Can I not talk to you now?
Foolish girl and a
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
You still use your husband's name, Edwina. Why is that?
Why shouldn't I? He may be a bloody bastard, but I'm still his wife and his name means something round here.
Are you aware of what happened to him?
Yes. I'm sure he fought till the end and looked death in the eyes. The boys will mourn him. Except one of them, maybe.
Okay, so nothing...
Goodbye, Miss...
Nothing happened. All it did is let me not be able to talk to that dude for some reason. Maybe it's because he was smoking a cigarette over there.
You again. What do you want?
There we go.
Good.
Nothing changed with you. Alright, this is like, I think the last area I think I can even look in. Besides like the safe zone, I think. Why should we have to buy it off of the merchant? Wouldn't that be some shit? What is down here? Oh, so I just went back to the start pretty much. Yeah, no, I can't find it. Might have to look for it off camera. Yeah, 'cause it's heading out of the distance, the radius of it too. Check up here, and this is the last place I think I can check. Yeah, it's not in here. It's odd. I really wish I knew where that was. Got one of all, just on hand. Still haven't picked up any more of those. Alright, that's about all I'm gonna spend on it then. If I can't find it after that much time, then might have to look some other time. I mean, maybe I can just follow his path. Maybe that'll tell me where. Oh, okay. Or I can just. Okay, but what direction is he gonna go? Over here? Aha, right here. If I can't find out that, I can at least watch this.
Stupid brat is gone. Good. I was tired of the maggot always hanging around our house anyway.
My God, Seymour. Have you hurt the boy?
Of course not. Why do you care so much about that cockroach? Do I need to talk to rats to get some attention too?
Don't be so childish. You know I love you, Seymour.
But you worry more about that stupid maggot.
Don't speak about him that way. Rufus has always been the kindest boy.
Yeah? Unlike your real son, right?
Looks like he's got some issues. And does he walk out of the house after that? Damn, you went into the house just to yell at her?
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't even use it as a hint?
Good.
Maybe it's for her.
Good evening, Mr.
Please don't stay too long, sir. What can I do for you, Dr. Red?
Oh, I can't use it on you either? What? Why?
Good. It's locked, all right.
Too long, sir.
Alright, well, yep. Done looking for that. Let's see what else we got. We gotta look at the site. Gin bottles. Oh, that's right there.
It's one of them! It's one of them vermin!
There we go, done with them. Did I miss one? No, I didn't. meters this direction.
Tom has so much alcohol, he could keep this district afloat for quite some time.
Arrested for attempted murder. Tom wants arrested for attempted murder? Oh, wow. Lie to Tom and keep the gin bottles. I don't know, I like the turquoise turtle though. I may be the villain, but I can pick and choose my poison, right? Now we gotta make our way back over to Tom. Right, here we go. Tommy boy.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Warehouse wasn't empty.
You lied to me, Tom. Your warehouse wasn't empty.
I'm sorry, Dr. Reed, but...
That was devious of you, Tom.
I apologize, Doctor. But...
Here's your booze.
Here is your booze. I hope it will appease...
Believe me, Doctor, most of my customers are less agreeable when sober.
I can believe that.
Why does your waitress feel in danger working on the docks?
This part of town is dangerous for all, but for women it's worse, as all...
Do you think she has good reason to feel this way? Are you not worried about her safety?
Of course I am. The truth is, she's tougher than me deep inside.
I don't believe that. Oh, 3 new ones.
You attempted murder. Give me some details.
I was given an order to kill. I was an obedient gang member at the time. A proud, wet boot boy.
So everybody's a wet boot boy here.
Why did you join the gang?
Because I finally felt useful. Do you have any idea what it means to feel respected when the rest of the world shits on you?
So you were ordered to kill someone. What happened then?
I don't know if you can possibly understand, but I couldn't kill him.
No,
I
couldn't
just stood
understand.
there pointing my gun. Someone saw me. I gave up.
Why couldn't you shoot?
My target was eating in that fancy restaurant with mirrors and music. He was eating, drinking, laughing. He was having such a good time. I hated him for his bottomless appetite and easy life of easy pickings. And then something happened.
Empathized with him.
You refused to kill him because you wanted to feel some of that happiness yourself. You empathized with him.
Exactly. The man
That's
was
right.
a bloody landlord who rented overpriced flats. Selfish bastard. But he made me smile. And I was no different from him.
Tell me about your arrest for attempted murder.
I tried to kill someone. I got arrested.
So you mean your customers know about your sword?
Yeah, why do you think this is the last pub open? I have nothing to hide and I don't judge. That's a relief for many round here.
Do you think prison changed you? Made you a better man?
Oh, I don't know about that. All I brought back is bad memories, scars, and an ugly tattoo of a blue turtle.
But do you feel cleansed of your sins?
All I know is that I'm at peace. I did what I did, but I wouldn't do it again. Does that make me a better man? I don't know.
There's not really any fixing what you did.
Why not leave town and start a new life after you got out of jail?
I grew up in the East End. This is where my roots are.
So you wanted
This
to
is where
stay.
I want to help others and die, eventually.
Do you think the docks will always be...
As long as poverty...
Don't you feel threatened? Staying in such a violent and...
I've made peace with my violent past, Dr. Reed.
Jeez, I'm just getting as many hints as possible for this dude, huh?
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Do I have them all yet? No. How many more does he got? One more. First to avoid the law, been in jail for attempted murder, Bishop used to be good friends, renounced his criminal lifestyle. Sabrina's got 2 left with her. Everybody here is recovering. I need to get the headache thing. That would get him over 1,000 or 2,000 at least. Whitechapel. Do I have to go to Whitechapel anytime soon? I didn't want to look at Sabrina.
It's just another look.
What reason would I have to go to Whitechapel? Okay, I couldn't find that. These are both down in the South Wark. Yeah, we'll do those next stream. That one and this one we'll do next stream. Alright, we need to go back to the Pembroke anyway, so we're gonna do that one. And then Barrett Lewis's boxes in Whitechapel, I believe. Yes. So we're gonna go Thorio and Strickland.
Never even been to India.
But now everything seems like...
Am I going the right direction? Yeah, I am. We make it to the fallboard. We're almost there. I'll kill both of you. Oh, almost killed both of you with 1 hit. That would have been amazing. Ooh, Salison, though. What is this area? Is this like another hideout that I haven't got? It is.
It's locked.
From the side. Of course it's locked. Why wouldn't it be locked?
I cannot enter.
Dang, both sides are locked. Alright. None of them doors go to it either. Alright. To the Pembroke it is. Oh, wait, no, that was for the other thing. Alright, after we talk to Edgar, that'll be the last thing that we do for the stream. For the moment. We've gotten quite a few levels out of this stream. We've gotten pretty far in the storyline. So I think we've made pretty good progress today. Edgar. Interesting.
Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak. But I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I analyzed the blood.
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stove, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
Ooh, I am thinking about the possibilities. But I have to say, I may turn it into my realm.
And why not? What did Stoker say about the Children of the Night? Well, using my blood, I could create a whole army of vampires.
Surely you're joking.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
My sister?
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
The Eye was in the Tomb. Chapter 3. Alright. So we gotta go to Stonebridge Cemetery, and we have to go attend our sister's funeral. But, as I said, talking to Edgar was going to be the last thing we do for this stream. I've had a lot of fun. I hope you have all had a lot of fun. For anybody who's tuned in at any point in time, for any amount of time, thank you for joining. And I'll be back tomorrow, probably around the same time.